Hi, and welcome back to Module 1, the first battle, Topic 1, the mental side, and key point number 5, embrace mindfulness. Mindfulness, quite a lot of hype around it lately, I would say even over the last decade or so. However, it's a very ancient practice. A lot of ancient teachings have been teaching this thousands of years ago already. Mindfulness, a lot of research has been done on the subject, and it has proven to reduce stress, reduce anxiety, give you more inner peace and an overall feeling of well-being, an improved feeling of well-being. So what is mindfulness exactly? It's really embracing the moment, accepting whatever is in front of you without criticism or without judgment, and with an open mind. Now, once again, this doesn't mean you allow people to walk over you. You still set your boundaries, of course, and you stand up for justice, for example. However, it's taking a stance of openness, of a beginner's mind, and being fully involved in the moment that you are, which is really the only moment. The past is a memory, the future is still a fantasy, it's a thought, and of course we plan for the future, which we'll be doing in the third battle when we are setting our goals and realizing our goals. However, the only moment that we're really alive, the only moment that you are there, present, is in the present moment. So see it as a present. And being mindful really means being fully engaged with what is unfolding in front of you. So you could be doing the dishes, or you could be washing your car, or you could be taking a walk through nature, and your mind is fully present with the experience that you are in at that moment. So you're not allowing your thoughts to drift to the future or to be stuck on the past. You're fully engaged with the activity, or maybe non-activity if you're just sitting in a quiet space, that is unfolding in front of you. And that's really being mindful of the present moment. And like I said already, a lot of research has been done to reduce stress, reduce anxiety, to feel more inner peace, and to increase your overall well-being. So embrace mindfulness and you will find that it will greatly enrich your life. Now, an exercise we can do together to really feel this fully is to go back to the breathing again. And I would invite you right now to find a comfortable spot. Now, you may do this standing. You can do this sitting down. You could do it lying down. You can't watch me anymore perhaps then, unless you're holding your laptop up or your phone up like that. But feel free to take a position, whether it's standing, sitting, or lying down, that you feel comfortable. Now, this is not a full-out meditation here. What I want you to do is just practice being fully present with the moment. And the moment is the moment we're together here, right now. You watching me, we're here together. So we can focus on our breathing by doing that. I always use the breathing as an anchor because it brings you into the present moment. Obviously, you're always breathing in the present moment. You can think about a breath that happened before, or the breath that's going to happen, but when you're breathing, it's something you always have with you. You never leave home without it. So it's something you can use to really anchor yourself in the present moment. Now, what I want you to do now, you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Like I said, this is not really a meditation. It's just being fully aware of where you are and what you're doing at this moment. Once again, the breathing works as an anchor. So rest your hands on your lower abdomen. We did this before. And take some slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, roughly 4 to 5 seconds in, and out through the nose or mouth, you may choose. And that should always be a little bit longer than the inhale to get rid of toxins. So we're going to take some slow, deep breaths, 4 seconds in, and you're going to exhale roughly 5 to 6 seconds out, as long as the exhale is longer. While you're doing that, I want you to experience everything that is happening at this moment. So you're hearing my voice. That's the present moment. You could look around you at your surroundings, wherever that may be. So you're really engaging all the senses. So we're looking, we're listening, we're feeling. Perhaps you can feel the fabric of your clothes on your body. You can feel the slow inhale of your breath and the exhale. If you're standing, feel your feet or your shoes, whatever you're wearing, touching the ground. If you're lying down, feel the softness of your bed. If you're sitting, feel the chair, what it's made of. Is it a little bit hard? Is it a soft chair? Are you supported in your back, or you have a place to rest your arms? So we're really engaging the senses. Perhaps not the smelling, although maybe you have some nice flowers nearby, or someone just mowed the lawn and you can smell that a little bit. Maybe you have something on the stove and you can smell your delicious cooking, or maybe it's rather neutral. So you can sense that as well. Now, tasting, perhaps you're not eating at the moment, perhaps you are, perhaps you're watching this and eating, so then you're tasting something, which is all good as well. So the important part is not to judge yourself. Non-judgment is an important, intricate part of mindfulness, that we go through the day purely observing. We become the observer rather than the experience. So it really creates, I would say, an intense sense of awareness. Our thoughts slow down because we're being the observer. So we're watching, we're looking, we're smelling, we're hearing, we're perhaps tasting, we're feeling, and we're fully engaged with that. So it quiets the mind. We're no longer in the past. We're no longer worried about the future. And this is the main reason. It reduces stress. It reduces anxiety. It creates more inner peace. It creates a sense of spaciousness. There's space where everything is occurring. When our mind is overfilled with thoughts and emotions, it feels quite crowded in there. And this inner peace will generate a well-being, a sense of well-being, of feeling good, feeling relaxed. And the beauty of it is, anytime you find a quiet moment, although you can do this anywhere, but once again, remember sharpening the knives, start practicing it first in a quiet space. So ideally at home, or maybe in your office and there's a quiet space, or your working space, anywhere where you're not too distracted by other people or too much noise going on. However, at one point, you can use any situation to practice your mindfulness. It could be in busy traffic, so you become aware. Doesn't mean you drift off with your thoughts. You're aware of the traffic, drive safe, have both hands on the steering wheel, but you become aware of that. So you're not thinking about the project that you have to take care of or something someone said yesterday, so your hands are on the wheel. You're looking outside, you're observing the traffic, you're not getting emotionally involved in the traffic. They're driving too slow, they're driving too fast. That's all judgment. So not only do we refrain from judging ourselves on how we're perhaps doing this, we also refrain from judging the situation, judging the people around us. So when we look at green, it's green. We don't start comparing it to other colors. When we look at the busy traffic, it's busy traffic. We don't compare or try to suggest how it should be. It should be less busy. The traffic should be moving faster. These are all judgments. So we let go of judgments, we let go of criticism, and we merely observe. Busy traffic, slow driver, it's not personal. It's raining out. I was going to do something nice out in the park. Oop, there comes that kind of judgment, criticism. It shouldn't be that way. It's raining outside. And if you are feeling a certain emotion, that's okay. Let it arise. What we don't want to do is suppress our emotions. So we don't suppress them, but we also don't have to express them. Oh, I'm angry, it's raining. I shouldn't be angry, it's raining. Both aren't really healthy. So what you do instead is you relax. Michael Singer says this very nicely. Relax and release. Relax and release. So when we relax, we don't have to express the emotion, but we also don't suppress the emotion. Both will cause a disturbance. The suppression of the emotion will cause an inner disturbance. The expression of it can cause an outer disturbance. So instead, by relaxing, focusing on our breathing, we don't suppress it. We allow it to pass through us. Okay, so if any emotion arises, don't try to push it down. It doesn't mean you have to express it and shout it out to everybody or even out loud in your car or your space where you are alone. You just allow it to be, and you'll notice like a cloud, it'll slowly drift away because we're not feeding it. Remember the white wolf and the gray wolf? So we're not giving it energy, we're allowing it to be. So we will experience all kinds of emotions during mindfulness practices. However, every time you go back to your anchor, your breathing, that will bring you to the present moment, bring you to the here and now, then we can go back to being the awareness. And that is really what mindfulness is, that you become the observer. You don't get engulfed in the experience. You look at it and you enjoy the beauty of nature or the colors or what's going around without judgment. And that's very difficult. That's very challenging. My assignment to you would be try going through, let's start with an hour of your day without criticizing or judging or labeling anybody, any situation, any event, any circumstances, including the weather, including traffic. Then try to turn that into 3 hours. See if you can go a whole day in that state. And then perhaps even a week. Now there are moments, don't get me wrong, there are moments where we kind of judge a situation, especially if it's has to do with our work related or for safety reasons, for example, or you have to judge the traffic so you don't bump into anybody else. So of course, there's safety reasons that you do incorporate some form of judgment. However, anytime you can go to this place of inner peace and calmness and merely observe, you are cultivating mindfulness. And this will definitely reduce stress, reduce anxiety, and you will experience more inner peace. So we look at the green color, it's green. We don't compare it. We look at something red, it's red. We look at a car, it's a car. We don't start thinking about, oh, that's a nicer car than I have. Or, that's the judging mind again. Or it shouldn't look that way. We look at a person, they're angry. They're an angry person. We don't judge them. We don't know why. We look at a happy person, they're happy. We look at a dog, it's a dog. You kind of catch on, so it's becoming the observer. That is really what mindfulness is, and then being fully engaged with the experience. So at home, of course, we can sit and look at all the different things and be quiet. When we're walking and engaging with other people and we're out on the street, then we can also look at everything that is happening around us and still try not to judge. And that is very challenging. So we're fully engaged in what we're doing. We're purely observing it and taking away the analytical mind of judging, labeling, criticizing how things should be or shouldn't be the way we want them. So we're no longer engaged in desires at that moment. It should be this or it shouldn't be that way. And that is often the state we're in, which is understandable. We want to feel good, so we want situations to be a certain way, and we don't like situations to be a certain way as well. However, most of what involves around us, we don't have that much control over. So being mindful means we step aside, we step back, and we allow things to unfold as they are. As a practice, once again, there are definitely moments in life where you have to get engaged, where you're using the analytical mind, where you have to put in some judgment, where you have to make choices, and sometimes you have to be critical in this. So once again, this is a practice that we can incorporate as often as possible. Not always, but as often as possible when we want to experience more inner peace, calmness, less stress, and anxiety. So use it to cultivate this inner state of mind and apply it whenever and wherever you can. And start in a calm, safe environment. So I'll recap shortly. Let's go back to our breathing. That's our anchor. It takes us away from our thoughts going all over the place. Non-judgment, however. So when a thought arises, we don't suppress it. We don't try to push it away. We don't have to express it. We relax and allow it to be. So we're focused on our breathing. Now we start looking around us. We look at our environment and we purely observe it without the judging mind. Practicing this even a couple times a week will greatly improve your inner peace and drastically reduce your stress. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. We'll go into key point number 6. See you there. Thank you.